So we have ourselves an ELO hell. We are doing a diamond level lobby. Our player is gold, right? Very straightforward, very simple. His name is Taru. He has just about 50 games played. I'm looking for 50 plus games played for you guys that are signing up. If you have less than this, you haven't played enough to even be in ELO hell in any hell. He's gold 4. He stood out because the very first rank game I see is 25 kills and 5 deaths. That's sick. He's a jungler. He's got a main god from what you'll see. He goes 11 to 10 here, a bunch of casual games. He's got some ranked here where he's positive in mid. He's positive in support, a couple more casuals. Then we get to this page. He's got a positive ADC game. He's got a even game that he loses. He's got a 17 and 11 game that he loses, a 15 and 9 game that he wins. So just by looking at those first 3 pages, I'm interested in this guy. I want to see how he performs. He said he thinks he should be mid diamond somewhere. So we put him in a lobby from 2k MMR. It's the lowest. I think it's 2050 MMR. The highest, I believe, is Schmeppo at 2400 MMR. I'm gonna say this, I say it in a lot of videos. If you see people that are in other MMR games and other ELO hells, their MMR fluctuates. So I am placing people based on current MMR. I don't care where you've peaked. That is not relevant to the current game. The game changes, ranks reset, people struggle, things happen, right? So you might see Shmeep in a Masters lobby, and then a week later, he's lost 500 MMR. So I'm gonna put him in where he's supposed to be, and that's what we're doing right now. So we got Taro in the game. Their match is starting, as you can see. We'll spectate him. He's on his main god, his Mammon, which you do not see a lot of Mammon right now. And it looks like he does know how to play it. So that is a good sign for us. He is... He's on Steam, so he's PC gamer. Could technically be on the sticks, but he is a PC gamer. A lot of ELO hell people are console players. A lot of people that sign up are console players. He could have cleared that better, oddly enough. He's not sure what to do. He's back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. So the dude he's playing against, it's boxes in the game, but his name is Tito with like some weird letters to make the name Tito. He also signed up for ELO hell, but he was higher MMR and wanted to be in a higher bracket game. Had some pretty rough matches though. Oh. I'm not gonna lie. He moves like he's on controller. He might be PC controller. Because he missed a lot of abilities. Am I buying the Ultimate Founders Pack? If they don't give it to me, I am. I'm hoping they are kind enough to give me the big boy. Oh, this fight is really rough, brother. Good juke. He's dead though. Okay, that was... I'm surprised he got that dash off before the Herc stunned him. Yeah, I think he's controller. There's a lot of PC controller players. A lot. Consoles FPS are way too low for you guys to be playing on console, to be honest. Uh-oh, he's dead. They're not even looking, bro. He's dead. Oh, he missed the stun. Oh! Oh, he's dead to the Tiamat. Oh! Yeah, he's dead. I think he was dead no matter what there because they're level 3. All right, so his awareness is hyper low because that's just something you check. And what's crazy is if he had just lived for 10 more seconds, his team would have got first blood. Ooh. He beats nothing. No. Oh, wait, somebody in trouble. Somebody dead. Good kill. What's up, Queso? All supports are going to run Bobble. I don't know about all of them. I think ones that are just very dependent on cooldown, like have high cooldowns and high cooldown ults like Emoja. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a quick tip right now. And this is something you should probably do like once a year. If you're having FPS issues in Smite, drop something that you didn't have before. So if you're having any issues that are out of the ordinary, they started out of nowhere, wipe your computer down to factory Windows. So you go in, you do a computer reset, you do it through Windows, and you clear everything off your computer but Windows, down to default. If you do that, it is likely going to fix most of your problems. If it's not a physical hardware problem, it'll fix most of your problems. Like Schmeep has been complaining for 3 months about FPS issues in Smite that came out of nowhere. Keep in mind, he's like a 3080. He has a good computer. Shouldn't be having FPS issues. I told him 3 months ago, wipe your computer, wipe it down to basic Windows, start from scratch, install everything again. He finally did it today, and all his problems are gone. Windows itself, and through updates and changes and everything, can basically slaughter itself. It can ruin everything. You don't need. I'm assuming everybody's updated drivers that's been trying to fix their shit. That's just super generic. We're talking about long-term, and it's also not drivers. That is not like Smite FPS is not affected by drivers. You could have a massively old driver, and it's gonna be fine. Wipe the computer. Windows changes things with updates and changes things with other installations. It's things. Oh, this is so deep. That's a good play. This is a really good dive. I don't know if it's calculated. I did tease that. I did say it looks like he W. He lived. He looks like he W keys too much. So if that was calculated, that was smart. If it wasn't calculated and he was just blind W king, he needs to relax. Your friend's 4080 was dying until he did the same thing. Yeah, because it's not your hardware. It's just Windows. And most people don't like that's not a regular thing for people to do, and it should be. Another thing for you to try, if you ever have computer issues and then all of a sudden they're gone, don't turn your computer off. You do not have to turn your computer off. My streaming computer never turns off. Never. I never turn it off. It is on all the time. The only way it goes off is if like Windows update hits in the middle of the night and turns it off itself. Your computers are going to perform on or off. Like you leave your computer. Oh, oh, nice kill. That was a good gank. Wait, Shmeepo got the kill? The Creeps got the kill. Yeah, your computers don't have to actually go off. Like if my streaming computer goes off, I have problems with my software all the time. And a lot of the time the computer doesn't even want to boot up correctly. And it's because of just things that I've done with it. So if I just leave it on, I have no issues ever. So that's just what I do to make it easier on myself. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Wait, okay. Hold on. This man is hyper comfortable on Mammon. That was very clean and correctly played. I'm proud of him. This might be one of the first junglers I'm proud of. A lot of the people that have been in ELO Hell, like, you know, I don't believe ELO Hell is real, but, you know, the people who've been like, yeah, they're ELO Hell, they could be in a higher rank, they're almost always mids. Sometimes they're junglers, but, like, I think 3 of the 4 people are mids. Yeah, this dude is gaming right now. He is gaming. I don't know, like, that he's not going for speed and right, unless he's going to cut across and gank solo again. That solo gank is free because they have mismatched damage. So he's magic and the solo Shmepo is physical. So they should be able to kill this Bacchus through the first 2 items because he won't be tanky enough. And he doesn't have a defensive starter. He went conduit. What build is he going on Mammon? Yeah, he's going normal builds. Mammon might get better with the patch, by the way, with Thoth not being hyper meta and you being able to go the movement items. No, ELO Hell's not real. ELO Hell is proven that it's not real every day by the same exact people getting right back to Masters and high and Grandmasters over and over again with no problems. If ELO Hell was real, there would be people getting stuck because they couldn't carry their teammates. The only truth to ELO Hell is time and games played. So if you don't play a lot, it'll feel way more like you're in ELO Hell than for somebody who does play a lot, because you're gonna get through more of those bullshit dodge games that everyone has to deal with, or DC games, or just random things happening that ruin the match. Those, you get through those, you play more, you're going to go up. That's why I want people that have played over 50 games, and even 50 games right now is kind of light. I really should be looking at like 75 plus. What's up, Queen Vepper? Thank you for the sub. Vepper? The Vepper? Are you running the Vepper Hunter? I like his farming so far. It kind of sucks that he's late to this rotation, but I don't think it's a bad thing. because they're kind of winning it. All right, so that's damage he should have dashed away from and made sure he didn't take. This is a good fight for him. This is a really good fight for him. His movement is great. Oh, his 3 got interrupted. I'm not gonna lie. He fucked up by hesitating so long and by going in slightly poked, but in reality, that was just really good timed Honor stun. He canceled out his dash with Honor's push. Most of you didn't have too many games. No. If I looked at your games so far, you probably just had shit games. Like if you're even or negative every other game, you're not good. Like not even trying to be mean, just as bluntly as I can put it, you're not as good as you think you are. Because if you're in elo hell, you're still going to be getting high kill games and you're not going to be dying a lot, and you yourself are going to be performing. If I look at 15 of your games and you're positive like 2 of them, you're a problem. Like you aren't helping your team win. It's very easy in Smite game to play to not die, especially when you play carry roles, mid or ADC. It's super easy to just not die. So if you're struggling at that, if that's like you know, you're at that point where you need to do that and you're still struggling at that, then that's an issue you need to work on. Like I said, 75 plus games is what I'm looking at for elo hell. 50 is what I'm allowing right now because a lot of you don't play the game 24/7, as you shouldn't. But 75 would be ideal for me to look at like true ranks. 75 plus. And the more you have, the easier it is to tell. You don't need the one ticks like a burn. So you pop the 1 and it ticks 5 times. So you 1, let it tick, auto, you know, you auto, and then you 1 again, and then you auto, let it just over and over again. It's the proper way to clear a moment. So like this is something he should dash away from rather than into, because if they collapse on him, it's rough. I do like the damage he's putting in here because the dude leaped over, so he's aware enough. If I were him here, I'd ult. Nice. Pop the cooldown shard. He probably should have popped that earlier. He should be okay though. Oh, that's huge from Shmeep. No, he's dead. That was a big play from Shmeep. That was a good play from Herc though to blink in and get active. I feel like that was just too long of a fight. You don't want to stick around in fights that last that long unless you know exactly where everybody is. Oh my gosh, this mid laner just got shredded. That Martinkerus is as dead as it gets. Yeah, he's gone. Elmo the Fierce, thank you for the sub. Look, man, I'm telling you now, if I was allowed to, I'd play on someone's account who was super low, like silver or bronze with tons of games played, so like they're truly in that bracket, and I would show you how it would be to go up. I mean, I could do the reverse. I could put somebody into, you know, one of your all's lobbies. You know, you put you in a silver lobby as a, you know, you think you're a plat player, but you're in a silver lobby. I could build the silver lobby and then put a true plat player in there and watch them fuck you guys up. If that would make you guys more happy with knowing how elo hell would look. Like Taru here, he's looking good. But he's what was he? I forgot his MMR. He's 1500? I think he's 1500, and he's saying he should be mid diamond. So I could take like, I don't know, Shmeep or you know, somebody from this lobby who's mid diamond, put him in a game that's true fucking gold, 1500 MMR players, and you can just watch him shit on everybody. He's too deep here. I don't know what he's looking for. This is why he has so many deaths. Even in a lot of the games he has high kills, he's a fuck ton of deaths, and this is why. He's looking for fights too much. All of his buffs are up and left. If you are playing Smite, you try not to take fights when your buffs are spawning. You want to be clearing your buffs on timer and ganking and everything in between. Now, that doesn't mean every camp. You don't have to be at every single blue. You don't have to be at the purple or green. You don't have to be at every single, you know, red or backs, whatever. But you want to be at almost all of them, and you pretty much always want to be clearing your speed on timer. Both of them, ideally. How many deaths is he? He's 1, 4, and 3. He looks so good early. Like, farm that, bro. What are you doing? This is what I'm talking about. Kills in Smite are not worth ever. If you watch me and Andy play, me and Leon, we talk about it all the time. Rotating for kills is never worth losing farm. Never. Never, ever, ever. In terms of before you're level 20. After you're level 20, different story. Or after you're full build, different story. You lose out going for kills. It would have been smarter for him to just farm all this. He used both of his actives and lost out on farm time. Almost everyone I've coached and all of you guys that have done Elo Hell, I harp on your farming being dog shit. Like, it's such a simple thing to fix, and most people farm horribly. What if you can 1000% get the kill? If you're super confident, then yeah, it's probably worth you going to. But if it's like, oh, there's, you know, maybe I go for a kill here, I should probably be over here because they're fighting. No, you shouldn't. You should be clearing that wave. He still could have cleared that camp and gotten to that fight. He could have done that back camp and then walked on over to the fight all the same and been there and not been the first one in and had the farm and not miss out on anything. Right now, is he up? Yeah, right now they're even, which is good, but he could be level 15. Honestly, he could be 15 and a half. That is a potential. Oh, that's a good invade. Good invade. This is what someone asked for advice as jungling. Slow down. Stop trying to be in every fight and get every kill and have 1,000 kills. Kills don't win you games. Getting level 20, getting full build, and playing for objectives wins you games. What's up, King? Thank you for the sub. There's no way. No way. You can't double back in front of people. Don't even go for this, brother. This is, you just go farm. Yeah, you just go farm off this, bro. You should be fine though. Though that you actually just go clear mid or something there as a jungler. Get the bastions, go for farming right. Don't stand there and watch. Don't stand there and try to go for a steal when it's 1v5 and you could die easily. You don't have actives. Kempa, thank you for the tier 3, brother. Thank you for the 8 months. Welcome back. Like, even walking past these small camps is frustrating for me. Farm, dude. That's the problem. Teammates are so. Why are you worried about your teammates? You guys are actively telling me you lose because of your teammates, and then your defense is but my teammates. You can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Is your teammates the problem or what? Because if my teammates are why I'm losing, I'm not worried about my teammates because they're bad. They're a problem. They're why I'm losing. They're the last thing I'm worried about. So which is it? Are your teammates the problem or are you the problem? And we're going to talk about that. Isn't that what Elo Hell is? Your teammates being the problem? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If your teammates are why you're losing, why are you doing anything to cater towards your teammates? Why do you care what your teammates have to say if you're sitting here telling me they're bad and they're the problem? If your PC's having issues, wipe it. You go in and you do a factory restore. It's through Windows, like it's in the Windows settings, and you just clear everything off your computer and reset it back to Windows default. You can watch a video on it. It should take like 10 minutes. It's pretty easy. But watch a video on it just so you know you aren't fucking up. That gives you peace of mind. That beads is so late. No, he's dead. That beads is so late. You don't even beads that, to be honest. It's just not worth. He's fighting way too much. What level is he right now? Level 50. So he's got one level in like what, 4 minutes? Speed was up. Those backs are up. Waves. He's also not farmed enough waves. He's gotten waves when his mid's not there, which was good. But he hasn't split or been in waves, just actively part of his farming rotation. I actually like Mammon killing support. It's just he missed and uses beads bad. Mammon is one of the few junglers that actually does like trade really well into a support. How often should you buy a new computer? It all depends on how good the computer is and what your goal with the computer is. Like, my gaming computer, for me, I want to have like the highest end. I'd like to replace it every year, but every other year is fine, no problem. If you're just looking for like mid-tier performance, every 5 years, maybe. And even at 5 years, there's a good chance you're still really good. My streaming computer, I have not replaced in forever. I don't know. I feel like this is over 4 years old, maybe 5. Wiping your computer. If you're having issues, I'd wipe your computer. If you're having problems with games, FPS drops, whatever, and they're out of nowhere, then do, you know, update your drivers, do all your basic stuff. Good fight. And then if those don't work, wipe the computer. This is good fight. No, you don't dash that, brother. Slow down. That's where if you slow down and then you have everything to go back in right here, he could have killed 2 people. His dash isn't back up because he wasted it. Now he might die. Oh, dash, 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 dash. Why aren't you dashing? Hope he lives. Oh, nope. Almost got saved. He took way too long to just dash out or dash into the Tiamat. I don't even know if he realized his 3 was up. If you've got 32 gigabytes of RAM, you don't need more RAM. The speed of it might be bad. And if you built your own computer or you bought a computer that wasn't set up for you, like by Zydax, your RAM's probably not even running at the correct speed. If you do Control Delete and bring up your task manager, and then at the top it says performance, go to performance. And then it'll show there's RAM on the side. Go to the RAM. It'll tell you what speed your RAM's running at. If your RAM's running at 2400, that's default. That means your shit's not set. Means you have RAM that's literally doing nothing for you. You spent money on something that's not being used at all. And then flip side, if you have an AMD CPU, you really don't need to overclock. So you don't have to worry about that. You have Intel, you probably need to overclock. Hello, Arjan. Shut up, Jordan. This is a double kill. Oh, never mind. This is good rotation. Look at this rotation from the squad. He's on his ass. He's dead as fuck. He's gonna get CC trained. Oh. How many? What's damage here? His damage isn't even that high considering how much he's been fighting. Wards? Only 2 wards. He definitely needs more wards. As of 20 minutes, he's not in ELO hell. There was a potential for it early, like sub 8 minutes, but nowhere near it now. His target choice is bad. His farming is horrendous. His positioning is super W key. His goal in the entire game so far has been to just fight, fight, fight. You do not win Smite games off of fighting. Clearly, this should have been a game where he had really good control and should have gone into the late game in a winning position, and he's nowhere near it now. Hello, no shick, Sherlock. Thank you for the 4 months. What do you check on performance tab to see if your RAM is working? Go to RAM, wherever the fuck it is. Am I blind? Memory, sorry, memory. Check the speed here. He is very confident. He just honestly, even in lower games, like if he was in one of his normal games of 1500 MMR, he could fight like this if he was farming in between. Like he couldn't permanently just keep W keying, but in between the W keying, if he was farming correctly, he'd have a lead. Because he's mechanically fine. A little unlucky and sometimes, and then a little lucky in others, but he's mechanically not, like, he's not slow. Mechanics aren't an issue, which is usually like a lot of mechanics and decision making usually keep you in low MMR like this. How do you change your speed? So if you're at 2400, you need to know what speed your RAM is supposed to be. And then I'd advise you watch a quick YouTube video on it, because when you're booting the computer up, you go into the BIOS. It usually says like press F8 or something. You go into the BIOS, and then there are presets in there for you to change it to. But you should watch a video, you know, it should be like a 2-3 minute video on how to do it. It won't break your computer, but if you put the wrong preset on, it will need to be set back because the computer won't boot correctly. Yeah, the XMP Pro. Just watch a video on it. This stuff is not complicated whatsoever. It'd be the same as you opening up Smite and going to settings and changing something. It just looks weird because most of you have never dealt with it. Can I watch one of your games? You can get coaching. Could for sure get coaching. What should you split away as a jungler? When there's nothing else to do, when you're around and the wave is meeting and it's not gonna make you lose time. When you're close to an item and you don't want to sit there and wait. He should have stunned that instead of 3ing it. He's gonna get chased. Just blink out. This is where you should just blink. Nice. You should just be like, all right, I need to get out of here. He's being run down like a motherfucker. He's out. Good job. We get a be nice to Carmano day. You gotta earn it. Did I go to college? I did. Did indeed. Oily, thank you for the 57. My day was good. I'm just working on shit today. I got a lot of my UI and stuff for stream swapped over. And I made some smash burgers for dinner. Did I stream in college? Yes, I did. I played competitive Smite, did YouTube, and streamed pretty much all of my college, my last 3 full semesters, I guess, technically, if you want to look at it like that. Basically, I went to school longer because of streaming. I started only taking 2 or 3 classes a semester. Ooh. So it was more than 3 semesters that I was streaming and doing YouTube. It was like 4 or 5, but it was basically, if you were to combine all the classes, it would have been that many semesters. Yeah, I'd go to I had a business degree, and the school I went to, 1 whole semester is you have the same kids in every class, and you guys get put in a group and you build a business. And I'd go to these meetings where we would do stuff, and I'd have to leave. And I'd have to be like, I had to go, I had to tell them what I did, and I'd leave. And then I'd usually come back with food because we would still be meeting afterwards. Side note, I ended up doing like a lot more of the work than I was supposed to. So while I felt bad not being at the meetings, I, in my opinion, kind of did all the hard work. And they were supposed to be smart ass kids. I went into this group thinking like, oh, these kids are gonna know everything and they're gonna be pissed because they're gonna do all the work. And like halfway through the semester, the accounting kids couldn't get the math to work, so I had to do the accounting. And then like the products, like the operations people couldn't get the product shit, so I had to go on and like email people to get info on the product. It was a fucking whole thing. So I felt less bad the longer it went. All right, is this dude full build or even close for 26 minutes? No, he's no starter, no last item. That should be a kill. This is a blink kill. He's so dead unless he gets good dash. That good fucking choice of dash. Why can't I see half the people in the minimap? Did I press the button again? What's the button? Do you guys remember? M? Oh, it's M. There we go. Well, he messed up. He should have 3'd to wipe off the Bacchus all instantly. It would have made him avoid a lot of damage, and then he could have decided whether he wanted to fight with his ult or not. He also blinked really late. If he'd have blinked the second Bacchus flopped out, he would have killed him and his team would have been there to help. A little slow in the decision making. It's crazy how hard he W keyed in the early game, and then you get to this point and he's hesitant but still W keying. Okay, what are this watch? The last guy who did Elo Hell said it was his frontline's fault that he, in my game, like my Elo Hell match, he said he lost because of his frontline. He couldn't play the game because of his frontline. And then I told him why he was wrong, broke it all down, and then he still went onto the YouTube video the next day and said it was his frontline's fault. And that he'd prove me wrong. He has W keyed tanks a lot. You are correct. he's looked at the carries, but he always, before he can get to them, he gets, you know, peeled off or someone else goes on him. Yes, Stallone, the Heim that never uses 3 said his front line was why you got shit on. I just don't get how I can sit here and tell you why you're fucking up and what your problem was and why it happened, and then you can be like, nope. Like, that's crazy. That's next level egos compared to what people say I have. That shit's wild. It's wild, dude. Do I want kids? I already have a son. I have a 2-year-old. He's a little pain in my ass. He's awesome, but he's a pain in my ass. It's an interesting age. Like, I realize the terrible 2s aren't necessarily the terrible the 2s. They're the terrible I can't communicate correctly, where they can't express themselves because they just don't know enough yet. What's up? No? Thank you for the 5 months. Yeah, he's getting big. You have 5 kids? Boom. I'm sitting over here calculating fucking daycare and shit as it is. Shit is expensive. I legitimately don't know how, like, if you're on like a very median salary, or even you and like your significant other on median salaries, how the fuck you pay for daycare. And like, even if you're like, well, the stay at home, like, then you still lose that salary and have to pay for it, or pay, you know, then you lose the salary instead of that. It's fucking crazy. It's expensive as fuck. I couldn't believe it when we went and looked like toward daycare places. Like, we toured like a low cost one, a mid cost one, and a high cost one, and we went with the mid cost one, which is actually really nice. He's dead as fuck. There's nothing he can do here. I wouldn't even say this is his fault. It's just a horrible play led him to being 20k down, and he can't play the game, or 10k down. Sorry, he can't play. No, 20k down. They're 20,000 gold down. You're the stay-at-home dad. But like, even if you're the stay-at-home parent, you're still losing money. So like, our daycare is, I think last year we paid 26,000 for the full year. So in the summertime, Sammy doesn't work because she works at school, in a school, but we still send them 3 days, so it's like half. And it was 26,000 last year. And even if like Sammy stayed at home, we'd still be I'd be losing so much money. Like, we'd be losing her salary. It'd be so much money. And that's not a high-end daycare by any means. It's a nice daycare, but it's not high-end. There's daycares that we gotta send them to that were like you know, the private style, like true high-end ones that would have been fucking crazy. All right, Taru, clean it up here, buddy. Make a comeback. This is your moment. Yes. Yeah. See, he hits his shit. It's not embarrassing watching him play like some of the people. They never get cheaper. Oh, I know, bro. I know. I started linking a stock account that he'll get when he's like 24 a couple months, 2 months ago, and I'm just like looking at it like, I don't want to put money in here. I don't know. It's already hard enough to save. Fucking, I don't want to put money in there. So you can write off parts of childcare, but it's hyper limited. Like, I can write off $4,000 of his childcare, like, you know, like daycare, and then you get like a tax, you know, you get your tax breaks because you have a kid, because you're dependent, but it's not a lot. It's very underwhelming. Your son has got his license. Sheesh. For the whole month it's 900. Not sure if that's expensive. No, that's like a good price. That's like a really good price. Ours is like 500 a week. There are cheaper options, but I wouldn't want to, like, you know, I want to be comfortable with where my kid's going. So if I don't know the people that are running it, which we don't know anybody, then I want them to be somewhere that's like credited. Average cost of daycare is 450 to 500 a week. Yeah, that's mine's 500 a week. What's his build? Normal mage build. Like I said, I actually think Momman gets better in the next patch because of the movement build, but we'll see. I'll try her a bunch tomorrow. Yeah, Oxy, that would be a lot. All right, come on, boys. Make some crazy save here. I don't know how they would possibly come back from a 20k deficit in the bait. They gotta defend. All right, he's dead. Your rent, car, and health insurance is less than daycare. My car plus insurance is close. Not our health insurance. Our health insurance goes through my wife, so my wife loses her money for our health insurance. 19k, pretty low, not gonna lie. All right, Taru, we gotta have a conversation, buddy. You don't farm at all. You look to fight too much. Your targeting is bad when you're looking for fights. You go in the tanks a lot. You chase too long and fight for too long when you are fighting. It's okay to use your abilities and then just back off. You know, unless you know where everybody is. Like, it's all right to just throw them out, dip. Never walk past farm when a gank is in your sight and in your future. So you walk past the back camps like 6 times to go to a gank. That ended up being a bad gank. Just hit the farm on the way, bro. Take your time, slow down, be more patient. Be more patient with your targeting. Play to survive and live more than playing to get last hits and min-maxing damage, right? Start there. Watch this VOD back. You should learn a fucking shit ton from this VOD.